Welcome to the first lecture in high poly modeling. The first thing we're going to do is go to textures.com. So if you type it into Google like this, textures.com, search for it and click on the first one at the top of the list and you'll come to this website. Pretty awesome website. Now you need to make an account here because we're going to be using this website a lot. I have a premium account, so I get access, so I pay to use this stuff, but there's a layer of free stuff that you can access. It won't cost you a penny. You just need to make an account and it's so worth it. It's there's a whole bunch of stuff on here that you can use. We're going to be using it for referencing, and we're going to be using it to actually use some of the materials for our texture work. So, you know, the substances, 3D scans, 3D objects, you know, it's well worth an account at the very least. So go and set up an account, and so if you do that now, that would be great, and then you won't have to worry about it going forwards. So the first thing we're going to model, as you know, is a barrel. Why did I choose a barrel? Because it's quite an easy object to create, and just to get into high definition modeling, then it's worth it. And it's going to be this type of barrel. There's several here, but I want, see, that one's got lots of ridges on it. I don't want that one. I want that one there, the white one. And that red one's pretty cool, but it won't be red, and ours will be more beaten up and a bit more dented like the white one, like this one. So we're going to use that as our reference. It's got our ridges and it's beaten up, and it's perfect for what we need it for. Okay, so this is our cube, which we're going to use every time we start a new object, just so we keep the scale consistency the same. This is our white box. You can see how low poly that is, and the new one's going to be far more polygonal than that, far more detailed than that. So we're going to start again with the cylinder. Like that. And we're going to sort of get the size right by eye this time, because we can see the white box. It's roughly right. Going to give it a lot more size, double up the size. Yeah, 20, that's good. So it's nice and round. That should be plenty. We're going to now put in some rings for these edges, for these ridges, the top, the bottom, and the two in the middle. So height segments, 7 should be enough, I think, but we can always add more using ring loops, so it's not a problem, as you know. Okay, let's give it a couple more. All right, yeah, 10. That should be plenty. That's cool. Okay, now we convert it to editable poly, so we can work some magic. Select our edges. Start moving the edge loops around where we need them. Let's pull the loops together. Like so. That's that loop. Pull these. I think we're going to need more actually. Pull that up. Pull this one down to the bottom, like so. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So that's a start. And we're going to just adjust these. Roughly right, yeah, that's cool. And now we're going to have to scale them out. So if we select the ring like that and go to scale and make sure you're scaling it only on the correct axes so it comes out like that. Still not quite, that's quite a sharp angle that. So we're going to put in some more loops there to soften it. Using Swift Loop, one there. And we need to scale that out slightly. Okay, it's not very, if you want more subtle movements on the scale, because that's quite harsh movement, yeah, see, it's quite snappy. So what you do is you right click and you use the transform to adjust it instead. You know, you can do it in quite small measures like this. It's a lot smoother, a lot more accurate. You can just click away until you're happy with it, like that. A much softer shape. We do the same for the one underneath, so we can just get that softer, rounded ridge rather than a sort of a spiky bump, if you like. Do the same, use our transform type into slightly just adjust the scale like that, much better. Just adjust them up and down slightly. Yeah, cool. Let's have a look at it without any edges on. There, that's cool. Once we get the smoothing groups in as well, that'll look perfect. I think that's fine. Okay, so let's do the next one down. Same drill. Just scale it out. I'm doing this pretty much by eye. I'm not using any particular measurements until it looks good. Use your artistic eye to get it right. Yeah, let's take away that sharp corner on this ridge. Use the transform typing again. Just to subtly shift it out, scale it out like that. And same on the top one. Like that. Much better. Okay, they're not quite central. Let's have a look with our edges on first. Yes, see, it's starting to look a bit like a barrel. We'll move these verts up. Move it up so it's a bit more central. And move the top up. There you go, that's better. Move these down slightly. There you go, much better. Okay, so that's the ridges. That's pretty cool. Yeah, just adjust the scale slightly. Just feel like it needs to be a bit taller. Yeah, there you go. That's much better. Okay, so it's a little bit bigger, but we can tweak that. So a few more adjustments. There you go. There you go. Okay, so let's do the bottom ridge here, like that. It's nice, you know, designs in the detail. I said that before, so it's, you know, we want all these little details. So, yep. Make some more loops for our ridge at the bottom. Couple there. Okay, just scale this one out. move it down first. Right click on the scale and out it comes. Very subtle because it's a much smaller ridge than the central ones. Yeah, just a second loop just to give it, just to soften up the. Let's just have a quick look at that. Yep, that's cool. So we just put some smoothing groups on this and you'll see there, look at that, that's very cool. It's exactly what you need. It's not quite down the bottom there, it's not quite right. So let's just give that its own smoothing group like that. Yeah, there you go, so that's much better. So separated the smoothing group from the main barrel and the ridge, and that's sort of, let's give us that nice clean line to define the ridge a bit more. Okay, now let's do the top. We want to curl it over, so we're gonna add some more loops here. We want a nice rounded top on this as well, so let's add another loop. Yep. Do the scale, right click, adjust it. That, right click on the scale, do your modification. Okay, now we need to do the top. We're going to make an interior here, so we use insert, and that will just okay, let's just use the settings again. We can use these little widgets for much more accurate result. That's what we want, and use make sure you tick the green tick to set it. So now we're going to extrude down into the barrel to give it an interior, because we're going to have our fire. We don't need it to go all the way to the bottom, just because it's all going to be blackened and smoky and damaged, and there's going to be fire inside there, so you're not going to see the bottom. So I'm going to do some objects that are on fire that's just sitting the top there. Yep, tick. Make sure you select the tick to confirm. Yeah, some more loops on the interior there, just to hold that edge. So I'm going to just pull that out. Yeah, so it's got a bit of a. It doesn't matter about the interior ones. There's a slight slant going in, but it's very negligible, and you won't even notice. A bit more. There you go. That's better. Yeah. So I just want to round it off at the top a little bit more, so put a loop around the top, and let's just pull it up very slightly like that. There you go. It's looking good. It's quite thick, that edge. So just smooth it all out at the top there. auto smooth, and again we want to just make sure that we give that its own, you can use one again, its own smoothing group, so the ridge is defined. There you go, it's much better defined. And there we have it. That's essentially our barrel. I'm just gonna make this a little less narrow, a little shallower, because it's quite thick. There you go. A bit more realistic. There you go. That's much better. So it's a lot less. Just bring that in slightly. Yep. There you go. That's a lot more realistic. Let's have a look at it. Take the edges off. There. Much better. There's our barrel. I'm going to start with it. We're gonna dent it up, and just push some of these verts around so it looks a bit more dented and a bit crappy. So we'll look at the poly count and see what we've got. Triangles, turn it off, turn it off, turn it on. Okay, apply, go. Okay, so we have currently 932 triangles, or 800. Okay, so selected is on the right cylinder. So we've got 876 in our cylinder triangles. That's perfectly respectable for a barrel. That's certainly nothing to worry about. So now we're going to do some of these dents and bruises and dents and scratches. Well, some of these dents, not pushing in the edges. Might add a couple more loops at the top to give us some space to be able to do that, and we can afford it because even with 2 loops, we're still under 1,000. So, and we need. So yeah, let's just start pushing it around and making it look dented. Okay, see, it's hitting the interior now, so I think what we're going to have to do is create some loops on the interior as well as the exterior. Yep. So there's one. So I can then pull them around on the inside as well as the outside. There's 2. There you go. That's better. So just keep doing this. Keep pulling your verts around, making nice dents and damage to the barrel, mainly at the top, because you're not going to see the bottom so much, but I'm going to put a few dents in the side here and there, and when it's all textured up, it's got its normal map on, it will look pretty cool. So if you go ahead and do that, I'm going to do the same. I'll put it on fast forward for a little bit, and then we'll look at the one I've done at the end, and you can compare to mine. So I'll see you in a moment. And here it is. This is it. This is the final one. You can see most of my damage is up the top, and that's fine. A few dents in the bottom. Yeah, he's looking really good. I'm really happy with that. Very similar to our concept. So, once we've got the UVs on, and we get that into Substance Painter, we can make it look really cool. Don't forget to name it the correct name. So we'll have, instead of putting WB for white box at the front, we're going to put HT for high detail. with the same name, so we know what the corresponding white box version is. So it matches. Keeping your naming convention all consistent is really important. So that's it. On to the next one. I'll see you in the next lecture.